Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of And One. We got with us a Chaska Hawk today. Welcome, Aubrey. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Why don't we have to introduce yourself to the audience?
My name's Aubrey Heyer. I'm a junior, class of 2024. I go to Chaska High School and I'm a commo guard.
There we go. So I think we're up to MEA weekend pretty soon, so we won't take too
Yeah.
much of your time. We want to let you celebrate and when you're away from school a little bit. So when we usually say we start with basketball, you start at the beginning. When did you first start playing basketball?
I started pretty late actually. I started playing basketball in third grade. For like just
Mhm.
the Chaska Rec League.
Did you take to it right away or kind of like, I don't know about this?
I actually was a little hesitant at first, but over time I really started like that's when I developed my love for basketball.
Did you play any other sports?
Yeah, I played soccer all throughout growing up and I still play soccer right now.
How do you feel soccer and basketball kind of help each other? I know it's, different limbs, I guess, that you're
Yeah.
using. How do you feel that they help each other?
Yeah, I feel like they actually really help each other. Soccer helps me like get conditioned before the season, with running in that piece. And also like footwork. I feel like that transfers over to basketball season nicely. And I'm a defender for soccer, so I feel like defending in soccer is really similar to how basketball is as well.
That helps. And then I said, so you played for Chaska last year.
Yeah.
A pretty good, decent year. I would say
hmm
maybe, coming off a state championship, the
Yeah.
expectations were kind of sky high, but you also kind of have the target on your back. That's never fun. How would
hmm
you say last year went for kind of you personally and then as the team?
I feel like it went pretty well. I feel like I had more of like a defensive role. I came off the bench, so I didn't have like as big of a role, but I feel like it still pretty went well for me. I feel like I improved. And for the team, we had a pretty good season. We won like 23 or 24 games. Obviously, we didn't have like the end result we wanted to, but overall looking at the season, I mean, we did pretty well winning wise.
Sounds good. And then so when we go from there, went to the summer with Minnesota Fury. How would you say your role changes from high school to AAU?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely have a different role in AAU. In high school season, I have more of like a defensive role. But going into AAU, I feel like I have more of an offensive role and I feel like I'm more like aggressive on offense. So I feel like that's definitely something that changes when I switch to AAU.
What would you say is a skill set that maybe you've developed maybe since the end of last year high school season and throughout AAU that you're kind of bringing with you, either improved or added to your game coming up high school season?
I definitely say like attacking off of the dribble and making moves for myself. I feel like that's something that I'm working on and have improved over the summer.
And so when we watched you, I think we were the breakdown tournament and stuff. I was talking with Grant and we were talking, we said, you're always just making the right play. You're in the right area. You're where the ball seems to find you. Kind of what is your mentality kind of making sure of just constant motion and putting yourself like in a position to kind of always be on the move? Why do you feel that helps suits your game?
I feel like it helps just because I want to be like team first. So I always want to like be in the right position and, find the open person or like find the open move for myself. So I just feel like doing like what I can help for the team just helps me get into that mindset.
And then I always like to say, so you're playing with a point guard named Kennedy Sanders. How
Mhm.
do you feel she kind of helps your team kind of stay calm or stay in motion and kind of make sure everything kind of works smoothly?
Yeah, I love playing with her, and I feel like she's such a verbal or like vocal leader too. So I feel like that definitely helps. She like always makes sure everyone knows what they're doing, and kind of tells everyone and communicates really well. So I feel like that is something that really helps everyone who's playing.
And then so I think we're still a few weeks maybe away from like really ramping up for Minnesota basketball, the practices
Mhm.
and whatnot. What is some of the few
Yeah.
things that have you the most excited for the upcoming season?
I'm excited to just have like a different role and just play with different players because last year we had a lot of seniors leave. So this year we're gonna have like a lot of new players stepping up with a lot of talent. So I'm excited for like the new dynamic this year.
And I guess we can talk about her a little bit. I'm one of those seniors that left. I feel like you might know who she is, might have shared a house up there and whatnot. What
Mhm.
would you say having, a sister that's off at University of Minnesota? What did you say
Mhm.
maybe the biggest lesson you learned from her as a player?
I feel like the biggest lesson I learned from her was just hard work. I mean, especially being with in practice her every day or practicing with her every day. She just taught me how to like work so hard and just like not taking anything for granted and always doing your best.
And so what are some of the games that we have circled on the schedule this year that you're kind of most excited for, kind of that you think fans should really want to make sure they're in the gym for?
For Chaska or for
Yep, for
Chaska?
Chaska. Yeah, for Chaska. Yep.
Mm, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for every game. I don't know if I have one in mind that I'm, super excited for. I don't know.
I was gonna say a Shakopee on the schedule. I feel like payback's kind of I feel like when payback
Yeah.
would be happening, I think that's maybe one.
Yeah, that's definitely one. But other than that, I mean, I'm excited for every game.
I like that mentality. You're like next game, next mentality. That's all
Mhm.
we need to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so what would you when you're not on the court, what do you kind of things you
Mhm.
like to do kind of off the court? What are things that you do when you try to, just get decompressed from basketball?
Yeah, well, this fall it was like soccer season, but when I'm not in sports, spending time with my family and friends, or like baking or reading, those are all things I like to do.
Okay, so we gotta ask, what's your one of your favorite things to bake?
I gotta go with chocolate chip cookies. That's probably my favorite thing.
So good, so good.
Yeah.
I feel like we're
Mhm.
gonna be handing those out like at games and whatnot. But I think like
Yeah.
the Aubrey cookies are getting handed out here at the Chaska games. I'll make sure I'm in the audience for those.
Yeah, for sure.
What what's some of the best things what's one of the best things you've read lately?
Mm, Anything by Colleen Hoover. She's my favorite author, so any of her books I love.
I thought I wish in when I was in high school I had that love of reading because I felt like I was like when you
Mhm.
kind of had to read in school, you were like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to do when I'm not at school. So when
Yeah.
people like to read, I'm like, you must really like to read because I'm like at school they make us read a lot.
Yeah.
And then, we'll kind of keep going back and forth. Like, so Chaska's had
Mhm.
pretty a decent history, like I said, state championship a couple years ago. What does
Yeah.
it feel like to kind of continue that legacy of, high level basketball and stuff of that nature?
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like we've just had a good dynamic over the past few years, and like our style of play, it's very fast. And this year, I feel like we have a lot of guards, so I feel like we'll just have like a quick style of play, and I feel like that will continue on the next few years. We lost like size. Last year we lost a lot of our posts, but I feel like we'll still have a good team, and like we still will be good this year.
If breakdown is any indication, I think you guys are going to be just fine this year. So
Yes, for
that's
sure.
beautiful. And, with Fury and with Chaska, you played with a lot of great players.
Mhm.
Who are some of the best players
Yeah.
you ever got a chance to play with AAU or high school?
I've had a chance to play with a lot of good players, but I definitely say Kennedy. It's been so fun to play with her past few years, and she plays Fury too. So practicing against her, and also with Mal, I really like enjoyed playing with her last year, and just like getting to play one on one with her and stuff like that.
How did those go? How did the one-on-one battle go? Does little sister Natalie get involved too? Like, is there like a one-on-one kind of competition here with the sisters?
We haven't done that yet, but maybe we should do that. That would be fun.
Mom and dad, the ref, come on. We gotta see what
Yeah.
retired sister can
hmm
show out.
Yeah.
And then, you kind of, like you said, have a defensive role. Who were some of the
Mhm.
best players you've ever had a chance to go against AAU or high school?
Um, Probably Olivia Olson, I'd say. Playing against her last year, she's just such a good player. She's hard to guard, and like playing against her and like Fury like practices and stuff like that. She's just a really awesome player.
What would you say when with the defensive mentality?
Mhm.
What is your is your kind of goal like, hey, once they get the ball, I'm trying to keep them in front of me? Or are you more of a, I'm trying to stop them from even getting the ball?
I'd say definitely just like keeping them in front of you and just like once they get the ball, not letting them do anything and just like stopping them from um, being able to do anything.
I like it. And with the summer, I
Mhm.
would say, and kind of kept improving, kept getting a little more on radar. That comes with some improved recruiting. How
Mhm.
would you say, recruiting for you kind of, would you say is it stressful? Is it exciting? A mixture of both? Is it kind of depends on the day of how it is?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a little mixture of both. I feel like I just kind of started, so it's been fun so far, and I feel like it's exciting.
And so not to bring her up again, having seen a sibling kind of go through that process,
Mhm.
what would maybe her advice and how to like you to control it, you to handle it, kind of control the controllables, not let the outside
Mhm.
noise get involved? What was kind of that message from her like?
I feel like just picking what feels right to you, and just like she obviously went somewhere that she loved, and I feel like she'd want me to go somewhere that I felt really comfortable with and that I had that like passion for.
I like it. Well, I said I'm excited for the Chaska season. I think you guys are going to be
Mhm.
very good, very quick, everything of that nature. I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
I said we have another year of AAU with you, luckily. So I said we're very excited.
Mhm.
I'll be there for the chocolate chip cookies. Aubrey's chocolate chip cookies getting handed out at Chaska games. I'll be there for those. But I said
Mhm.
I'll end with this. What is one thing that you want someone to like realize when they watch you play basketball? Like, what's that one word you hope comes to mind when someone watches Aubrey play basketball?
I'd say like team first. When people watch me, I hope they know that like I'm very like a team first player, and that I'm doing everything to make my team better, and just that. Oh, and I'm like a versatile player, that they know that I can like play a few different positions. So that's what
That's
I would say.
That's definitely the word I would use. I said just kind of
Mhm.
that do have a little bit of everything, do it well.
Mhm.
You rebound, you're gonna score. So I think you're gonna be that kind of Swiss Army knife for Chaska this year, and that's gonna be a very big X factor for them.
Mhm.
So I want to wish you good luck this year.
Mhm.
Good luck. I don't know if soccer's done or not. If soccer's done, good luck until before we get to practice, because I know those practices early season can sometimes be a nightmare. I will be in the gym. Good health, good luck. Can't wait to see you this summer. Goodness, summer's already. Can't see you this fall. I wish the summer wasn't over, but winter, we're heading into it here in Minnesota, so we better hunker down. So, but once again, thank you so much for taking your time. I really enjoy it. Good luck, good health this year.
Thank you so much.
Have
You
a great one.
too.
Bye.